Ever pondered the thought of what would happen if we got lost in space, the vast cosmic ocean? If you've ever gazed up at the night sky, you've likely been struck by the enormity of the universe. Space, the final frontier, is a boundless expanse that dwarfs our tiny blue planet. It's a realm filled with countless mysteries and celestial wonders, but it's also a place of inherent risks. When it comes to space travel, even the smallest miscalculation can send an astronaut off course into the great unknown. The vastness of space is so immense that the possibility of getting lost is not just a hypothetical scenario, but a potential reality. Just imagine a lone astronaut, adrift in the cosmos, no roadmap, no compass, just an infinite expanse of stars and galaxies. So, let's delve into the hypothetical scenario of an astronaut getting lost in space. Imagine this. An astronaut embarks on a mission to explore the furthermost reaches of our galaxy. Their journey begins with the heart-stopping thrill of the launch. Strapped into a capsule atop a towering rocket, the astronaut feels the engine's raw power rumble beneath them. The countdown reaches 0, the rocket fires, and they are propelled into the cosmos, leaving behind a fiery trail in the cool blue sky. As Earth shrinks in the rear view, the astronaut enters the vast expanse of space, a realm of silent beauty punctuated by the dazzling lights of distant stars. Weeks turn into months as they voyage deeper into the galaxy, their spaceship a solitary speck against the infinite backdrop of the cosmos. One day, in the middle of routine communication, something goes awry. The astronaut's voice, once a comforting presence in the control room, fades into a whisper before disappearing entirely. Back on Earth, mission control scrambles. The screens that once painted a clear picture of the mission now blink with unsettling emptiness. The silence from space is deafening. In the spaceship, the astronaut grapples with their new reality. They check and recheck systems, send out distress signals, and even attempt to repair the communication equipment, all while their life-sustaining spaceship hurtles further into the unknown. Back at mission control, teams work round the clock. They pore over data, trying to figure out what went wrong. They send out countless messages, hoping against hope for a response. Every possible scenario is considered, every potential solution explored. Despite the dire situation, the astronaut remains calm, their training kicking in. They follow procedures, ration supplies, and maintain their spacecraft, all the while hoping for a miracle. But what if contact isn't regained? What then? Space. A hostile environment with no air, extreme temperatures, and lethal radiation. How could our astronauts survive? Let's dive into the fascinating world of space survival systems to find out. Imagine wearing your own personal spaceship. That's essentially what a spacesuit is. It's an intricate, multi-layered marvel of engineering designed to protect astronauts from the harsh conditions of space. The suit provides life-supporting oxygen, regulates temperature, and shields the astronaut from harmful radiation and micrometeoroids. It's truly a lifesaver in the void. But even with a spacesuit, survival in space presents a host of challenges. For one, there's the issue of limited resources. Oxygen, for instance, is a precious commodity. On a spacewalk, the typical spacesuit carries enough oxygen for about 8 hours. In a spacecraft, oxygen generation systems can recycle exhaled carbon dioxide and even extract oxygen from water. But these methods are not infinite, and any malfunction can pose a severe risk. Then there's food and water. Astronauts need to eat and drink, just like the rest of us. Spacecraft are stocked with enough supplies to last for the duration of the mission, plus a little extra for emergencies. Meals are usually freeze-dried or dehydrated, and water is purified and recycled as much as possible. But again, these resources are finite. If our astronaut were to get lost in space, rationing would become a critical survival strategy. And what about waste management? Not the most glamorous aspect of space travel, but undeniably essential. Spacecraft employ specialized systems to handle human waste, turning it into something more useful, like fertilizer or even drinking water. It's a sophisticated process, but it's not without its complications. Surviving the harsh conditions of space is a daunting task, but what about the psychological toll? Join us in the next segment as we delve into the mental challenges of being lost in the vast expanse of space. The human mind is not built for extreme isolation. How does it cope? Imagine for a moment being completely alone with only the infinite expanse of space as your companion. The eerie silence, the lack of familiar sights, sounds, and smells. It's a scenario that can unnerve even the bravest among us. In such extreme isolation, the human mind begins to behave in unexpected ways. Sensory deprivation can lead to hallucinations, both auditory and visual. The mind, starved of its usual input, starts to generate its own. It's a testament to our brain's adaptability, but it can also be a terrifying experience. The psychological impacts of such isolation are profound. Astronauts have reported feeling detached, not just from the world they've left behind, but from themselves. This sense of disconnection can lead to depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. It's not just a matter of loneliness. It's about losing the sense of being part of something bigger, a community, a society, a species. Yet despite these challenges, astronauts are able to withstand this isolation. How? The answer lies in mental strength and rigorous training. Astronauts are selected not just for their physical prowess, but for their mental resilience. They undergo extensive psychological training to prepare for the toll that space travel can take on their minds. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, and cognitive behavioral therapy form a core part of their training regimen. They also maintain a routine, a semblance of normalcy amidst the abnormal. Regular communication with mission control and their families help them stay grounded. They have access to books, music, even movies to keep their minds engaged and distracted from the oppressive solitude. The human mind is a remarkable thing. It can adapt, it can endure, it can overcome. But the question remains, can it withstand the ultimate test? The infinity of space. The answer to that is yet to be found in the great unknown, waiting for us to venture further, deeper into the cosmic abyss. The mind can adapt, but can it withstand the ultimate test, the infinity of space? Left alone in the infinite expanse, what are the chances of our astronaut ever being found? The prospect of being lost in space is daunting to say the least. It's not like losing your way in a city where you can ask for directions or use a GPS. In space, the distances are so vast, the dimensions so boundless, that even the concept of being lost takes on a whole new meaning. Rescue missions in space are a different ballgame entirely. With our present technology, they are fraught with complications. For starters, the sheer vastness of space is a challenge. The distance between Earth and the Moon, that's 238,900 miles. To Mars, it's a staggering 140 million miles on average. And these are our closest neighbors in the cosmic scheme of things. Now imagine trying to locate a lost astronaut in this vast expanse. Then there's the question of time. Even traveling at the speed of light, it would take years to reach some of the more remote corners of our galaxy. And while our technology has made leaps and bounds in recent decades, we're still a long way off from achieving light-speed travel. Yet, despite these daunting challenges, the human spirit remains undeterred. We continue to dream, innovate, and push the boundaries of what is possible. We are developing new technologies, improving our understanding of the universe, and exploring the possibilities of survival and rescue in the cold, dark void. In the face of such adversity, the astronaut's best hope of survival may lie not in a hurried rescue, but in learning to adapt and thrive in their new environment. This could mean harnessing the resources available in space for sustenance, or even finding ways to communicate across the vast distances. In the end, getting lost in space might be a one-way journey, but it's a journey that could lead to new discoveries, new technologies, and perhaps a new understanding of our place in the cosmos. So, what does it all boil down to? What if we got lost in space? In our cosmic Odyssey, we've explored the vastness of the great unknown, faced the challenges of survival in the void, and confronted the psychological impacts of isolation in the abyss. We've questioned, what if we were lost forever, drifting in the infinite expanse of space? The challenges of space travel are immense, from the physical hardships to the mental strains. Yet, with every hurdle, we learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Our survival instincts kick in, and we find ways to make the impossible possible. But what about rescue? That, my friends, is where our collective genius comes into play. Our advancements in technology and our relentless spirit of exploration hold the key to our salvation. Remember, space is a beautiful yet unforgiving frontier. It's a reminder of how precious life on Earth is and how far we've yet to go in our cosmic journey.